YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant analysis on the Chicago Bulls defeating the Minnesota Timberwolves 125-123. This is a preseason classic as both teams was trading back and forth besides in the second quarter into the third quarter. After that, it was just a blaze of players just going at each other, scoring threes, scoring clutch shots, making big plays. You got to give credit to Javon Carter for making that three at the top of the key and making his free throw that was able to give them a 2-point lead. And Minnesota just couldn't get off a quality shot because of the defense and the pressure of the Chicago Bulls, forcing the pass. And then the guy got a little bit open, but he had to rush it. And that's the type of shot that you want your opponent to take because it's not in rhythm and it's not a terrible, defense because you did rotate and you did contest and you got the miss. And that gives you the win. And Chicago, they hasn't had the greatest summer league, being 2-2, but they look really well. They really look real good tonight. And when you look at the fact that it was a 33 to 31st quarter, and then the Bulls was able to go 41-25 in the second quarter, and then 32 to 27 in favor of the Timberwolves in the third quarter, and the Wolves was able to go 33 to 27 in the fourth quarter. The Bulls did just enough to hold on to that lead, and they was able to get the W. But this was the first game we was able to see Anthony Edwards, Mike Conley, Rudy Gobert, McDaniels, and Julius Randle all in the same starting lineup, and they all played some significant minutes together. And we knew that they eventually would play, and it's good to see them playing preseason because Julius Randle is going to be a big part of what they do. He did look like we thought. He slowed down the offense. He was very isolation heavy, even though he did come with 5 assists and he did grab 6 rebounds. He had 1 steal. He had 2 turnovers. He was -5 and plus minus. He had 15 points. Even though he didn't look like the ideal fit, or he really didn't really look like he belonged sometimes with this roster when it comes to the starting lineup, he still showed that he can score. He can get his own shot, and he's a guy you can give the ball in late seconds on the shot clock opportunities too, and he can get you a quality shot or get to the free throw line. They couldn't really stop Randle tonight. He's one of the best scorers in the league at his position, and it looks like they're going to be a little slower, a little bit more predictable with Julius Randle in there besides Carl Towns leaving. And this is the way he plays his game. This is the way his style works. And you have to give him the ball and let him go to work for him to be able to score. And he's not really a catch and shoot guy or a give and go guy. He's not really a pick and roll guy either. And it's going to be interesting to see how this, marriage of the Wolves and Randle goes, because they're not really tied to him for that many years after this season. So they might as well enjoy and get a good evaluation and see what they can get out of Julius Randle on the court. And if they can't figure it out, or he's not the piece that they think that he is or he could be, they can get off this contract very easily because it's almost over. So it's just a trial period for Julius Randle and the Timberwolves. And, Anthony Edwards did step it up. He was 6 of 23 from the field, and he was 3 of 16 from the three-point line. He really was heaving and hoisting up a lot of threes, and they're going to rely on him to be their primary scorer on the perimeter. And he showed even in college that he can have some shaky shooting. He can, get out of his rhythm. He can take some tough shots. And, by him being inefficient, is going to give a lot of opportunities to the opposition to score in transition and get easy opportunities by pushing the tempo and the pace. Anytime you miss a long shot, and you get a long rebound, it usually punishes you. And I think it's going to be interesting to see if Anthony Edwards can be efficient the entire season, as the guy that's going to have the weight of the world, on his shoulders, because this is what Minnesota basically made that move to let it be Anthony Edwards' team as the primary scorer and the primary decision maker. And we're going to see if he's going to be able to do it. He hasn't really looked like it in the preseason, but, he's still young and he can still develop into it years from now as he's still on his rookie contract. 3 rebounds for him also, 3 assists, two turnovers, three personal fouls, negative 11 plus minus 16 points. Mike Conley, 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from three. He hit a really, really tough three, and they needed it. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, one turnover, one personal foul, negative 3 plus minus 3 points. Rudy Gobert with a monstrous game. 5 of 8 from the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 3 offensive rebounds and 17 rebounds total. 1 steal, 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls, negative 18 and plus minus 13 points. And McDaniels, 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 from the 3 point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, negative 9 and plus minus 12 points. And then Minot, he was getting to the basket really, really well. And he also was able to knock down threes at an efficient clip. 3 of 4 from the 3 point line, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. But he only missed 3 shots tonight, 7 of 10 from the field, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, plus 14 and plus minus 18 points. And Luka Garza has been one of their best players in preseason. 5 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3 point line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, 4 personal fouls, plus 14 and plus minus double digit points, 11 tonight. Joe Ingles, 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 2 from three. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls, plus 7 and plus minus 3 points. And Dante DiVincenzo has been really, really good. He has really scored and really been aggressive with his shots, but he didn't shoot the ball particularly well from the 3 point line, where he was 3 of 13 tonight, and he was 7 of 17 from the field in general. He had 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 17 points. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 2 of 8 from the field, 2 of 5 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. He also had 1 turnover, and he had 8 points. Dozier, 101 from the field, 101 from three. That was his only attempts outside of 2 free throws, which he made his two. 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 personal foul, 5 points. Clark, zeros across the board, but he was negative 1 and plus minus. He played 0 minutes. Terrence Shannon played 6 minutes. He was 0 for 1. It was only a 3 point shot, but he did get to the free throw line, which he was 2 of 2. 1 rebound, 1 turnover, 2 points. And then Dylan Ham was 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 1 from the 3 point line, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. And nobody significant missed time tonight. They shot 45 of 103, 43% from the field, 17 to 52, 32% from three, and they only missed 1 free throw, 16 of 17, 94%. They ended up getting 53 rebounds, 31 assists, 7 steals, 2 blocks, 14 turnovers, and 18 personal fouls as a team. And then the team that won the game, the Chicago Bulls, Patrick Williams was able to score some tough baskets. He was 5 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from three, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 turnovers, 1 personal foul, plus 8 plus minus. Nikola Vucevic spread the floor. He was 2 of 3 from the 3 point line, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He finished 7 of 13, was able to get a lot of paint touches and a lot of easy opportunities. He also finished with 2 offensive rebounds, 12 rebounds total, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 personal foul, plus 12 and plus minus 17 points. Kobe White hit a barrage of threes, 5 of 7 from three, 6 of 9 from the field. He also had 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 3 personal foul, plus 10 and plus minus 23 points. It's good to see how well Kobe White has been playing. He's been able to score off the dribble. He's been able to score off the catch and shoot. He's been able to get to the paint. He's been able to get out in transition. He just looks like a very wise, high basketball IQ player when he's out there on the court. And he's just taking really good quality shots for the most part. And Zach LaVine, he looks really good too. 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 5 from three, 7 of 7 from the free throw line. They could not stay in front of this guy. He's still very quick and very explosive getting to the rim, and he can fight through contact. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steals, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, plus 4 and plus minus 19 points. And Giddey, he didn't really have it tonight. He was 1 of 11 from the field, 1 of 5 from three, 1 of 2 from the 3 point from the free throw line. 3 rebounds. He did have 9 assists, so he set guys up throughout the game and really pushed the tempo. Was able to make the right pass and the right decision for the most part because he only had 2 turnovers. He also did have 3 blocks, negative 5 and plus minus 4 points. Smith, 10 points, negative 11 and plus minus. He had 6 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 3 assists, 8 rebounds. One of them was offensive, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 4 of 8 from the field. Craig was 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3 point line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, -6 and plus minus 7 points. And Taylor Holden Tucker has been a late addition to this team, but has really been one of the best players on the entire roster. And he was a guy that was almost out the league, and he's playing like he really wants to be in the league for the long term. And he really was 2 for 5 from three, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 7 of 15 from the field. Really turned it on late. Was able to hit some big baskets in the fourth quarter. 4 rebounds for him. He also had 5 assists as a playmaker. One a turnover, 2 personal fouls, -9, and plus minus 17 points. Senegal zeros across the board because he played 0 minutes. Ball looked it real good. It was great to see him healthy again. He didn't look like he was trying to avoid collisions. He didn't look like he was trying to avoid contact. He was able to get good bounce on his 3 point shots. He ended up shooting 2 of 4 from the three. He also was 4 of 6 from the field. Someone was paint finishes. 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 block. +6 and plus minus 10 points. He looks healthy. He looks really good with the ball in his hands, and it's going to be interesting to see how many minutes he's going to get, how much they're going to rely on him because he's been gone for so long. But he didn't really look rusty. He didn't really look scared. He just went out there and played his game and looked it like the old Lonzo to a certain extent. But he just didn't have the opportunity to be a playmaker as much because more guys on his team can handle the ball and score and do things themselves, and they don't really need Lonzo to set them up. Chris Duarte 0-2 from the field, 0-1 from three, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 0 points, 0 personal fouls, and Stewart zeros across the board, +1 and plus minus because he only played 0 minutes. He only played a couple seconds. Nobody significant missed time for the Chicago Bulls this game, but they ended up shooting 4 of 4 from 44 out of 91 attempts, 48%, 18 to 41, 43% from three, which is really good to shoot that well from the field and from three. And it was 19 to 24, 79% from the free throw line. They ended up with 46 rebounds as a team, 32 assists, 7 steals, 5 blocks, 14 turnovers, and 17 personal fouls. And even though the game had a lot of things going wrong for them, even in the end, and they still was able to finish with the win. And the free throws and the 3 point shots was in pressure situations, and Javon Carter was able to deliver. And he's a guy that doesn't really be trigger happy offensively. Sometimes he can be a guy that can be very passive, but he had opportunities and he was able to seal this game. Even though it was a preseason game, I consider this a classic because it was back and forth. Both teams playing hard, both teams trying to be, the victor in this game. And the game really wasn't over until the last couple of seconds. And it just shows you how competitive the league has become and how hard it is to continue to try to win in this game. The NBA has always been tough to win, in general, because people playing for contracts, people playing for career, people playing for their families and their livelihood and their lifestyles, and they need to continue to play as great as they can to extend their careers. But people like Taylor Horton Tucker and Lonzo Ball and Javon Carter, those guys that showing you that they want to continue to play, they feel like they can continue to contribute, and they feel like they can still be guys that can make a difference. It makes sense, that Chicago got a lot of those type of guys, and it might work out for them and make them a playoff team this year. They're not that far off of it talent wise. It's just, can they continue to play hard, execute offensively, and knock down big plays and big moments like they was able to do all preseason long. 2-2 isn't that bad when everybody hasn't played until now. Now you have to continue to let these guys play together, build some chemistry, build some camaraderie, build some continuity, and see what you really have before the season starts. And I think that would be a fair assessment. Games 1 through 20, can we fairly see the Bulls being a play-in team? Because they have the talent to be one. They just haven't been healthy, and they just haven't been able to get their guys all on the court when they need to. And that's something that a lot of other teams been going through too. But I think that that's something that we have to wait and see with the Chicago Bulls. And when it comes to the Timberwolves, this team is going to be on high watch just because they made one of the biggest trades. They got rid of one of their number one overall picks for his contract being too much money, even being bigger in the future for a guy that doesn't really fit and smooths their offense out like he did for them. But they still showing you that we have a lot of talent, we have a lot of scoring, we have some versatile defenders, we have some interesting combo players, and that should be enough to, outweigh what Towns gave us. And since we still got a guy that can score and get his own shot and can punish mismatches, we're not really losing as much. But I feel like their championship window is slowly closing at this point because Anthony Edwards has to prove that he can be a primary scorer and a primary decision maker and be efficient and dominant at the same time for a long period of time. And that's what they're going to need him to be, their franchise player, which a number one pick, usually get that type of pressure on them. And even though he did have a career year last year, it's a whole different animal when you're the guy that's doing everything and you don't really have a guy you can play off of as well at this point. With the roster being constructed the way that it is. So we're going to see a different type of mentality from Anthony Edwards this season, which we will see if he can live up to that 25 plus. Now you can't just get 25. Now you got to get 27 to 30 plus a game. Can he be a Kobe Bryant, a James Harden, a Michael Jordan, and go for 30 plus a game like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander did last year and helped Oklahoma City Thunder win the West? Can he do that? That's going to be the biggest question for the Timberwolves. Can Anthony Edwards take that leap from all-star to superstar offensively and still have enough energy to defend some of the best players in the league? Because he's going to have to do that too, because McDaniels can't do it himself, because the teams have multiple guys that can score, and somebody's going to have to guard the other guy on a perimeter because Mike Conley not a great defender anymore because he's getting older and he never was supposed to be that when he was traded to the Timberwolves from Utah. So different roles, different game, different situations that the Timberwolves find themselves in. And it's good to use preseason to see what you can be and what you can do and what you can change and what you can build on going into the future. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, you might like videos just like this, but I also do breakdowns and tributes and other type of conversations that you might be interested in. So check out my channel for more analysis. And on top of that, if you already been part of the channel, check out my videos that you may have missed through the months, through the weeks, because I upload daily, multiple times during the day, and you might have missed something during the day. So I'm just reminding you to check it out if you want to see more of my content or you missed a lot of videos possibly. Don't forget to check out my channel too, outside of just watching the newest videos that come out. Other than that, thanks for watching.